Hello, my Pisces, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. I'm reading for July 6th to the 12th. We have a 777 right in the middle. Oh, well, not in the middle. In the beginning of this time, we have Uranus in Gemini, and that's what I named the overview. Uranus in Gemini, full moon. I'm going to add, I think, 777 to it, too. Wow. Lots of stuff. Lots of energies. Lots of movement going on. Anyway, please go ahead and watch that. I appreciate it. Remember, these are general readings. May or may not resonate, so take what you like, leave the rest. And for TikTok, it's for entertainment purposes only. All right, let's go on. We do have that full moon coming up in Capricorn. This card tells us to take a reality check. Look at the reality of the world, not necessarily what we would like, what we really think of it, through our dreams or through our positivity or even our negativity, because my Pisces, you do have those two fishies. Anyway, let's go on and see. Michael, Archangel Michael, what would you like? What does Pisces need to hear from you? What do we want to say? Michael, what do you want to say to Pisces? Pisces. Thank you, Michael. Okay, card has flipped out. I do not know what it is. Put my cards over there, keep my table somewhat clean. Here we go. Oh, porpoises, dolphins, I'm not sure. I love it. Don't give up on love. Okay, Megan, I'm thinking of you. Rick, I'm thinking of you too. Oh, Ashley, I'm thinking of you too. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. And if I didn't say your name, I'm sorry. Those were just popping in, kind of like just give it out there a little bit more. So anyway, let's see what we have here. Higher power, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Michael. Higher power, Holy Spirit. Okay, if you want to come out, you can come out. Whoa. All right, let's go on one more card. Let's see. Pisces. What do you want to say, God, to your Pisces here? Here we are. Okay, and Rhonda's coming out to me too. Anyway, let's go in here. Hope that doesn't flip. First card is, the Knight of Water. All right, so court cards have dual energies, and the Knight has underlying energy is fire. So we don't see the fire, but it is there. And that's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Leo and Aries are big right now. But this overlying energy is water, and that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You're fluid, you're emotional, you're spiritual. I'm getting a lot of faith with this energy here, too. I'm looking at this guy, and I'm seeing him riding. He's got his cup. He's riding. It looks like he's riding fairly fast. I'm not saying he's racing per se, but the tail is kind of flowing in the wind a little bit, and that glass is kind of ups and downs. It's filled with water, and he's trying to maintain this. So there is some faith with this energy here. There is some, I'm going to get this through. He's watching. So whatever this is, and again, too, with this don't give up on love, he's watching, and he's having faith that at least when he gets through wherever he has to go to, that water will still be intact, that he will not have lost much of it. Okay, so something going on with that. Yeah, I normally don't go that much with the Knight of Water, but the Knight of Water is heading towards a spiritual union. It could even be having a connection with a soulmate, because we can have more than one. I don't really feel twin flame here, but I do feel more soulmate energy. Okay, romantic, flirtatious, introspective, fickle, also fickle. Okay, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, a love of art and poetry. So there's some sensitivity here, but again, I do feel a soulmate type of connection with this, whoever needed that. But we can have more than one. Okay, so don't tread carefully. And I also get tread carefully with this too. Okay, so here we go. The next card, reversed, we have the King of Air. All right, so the King of Swords, underlying energy to the King of Air is air. Overlying is air. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And you know, if you watch the overview, Aquarius and Gemini are very strong right now. So there may be things that's trying to make your mind go all this, all which way and everything, because Pluto is in Aquarius, which is also transformation. Uranus is going into Gemini, which is expect the unexpected. So your thoughts may be very, very chaotic, and they just may be all over the place. However, the King of Air tries to hold it together, tries to say, no, 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 we can't just go rushing off. We have to move our way forward, okay? We have to see the plan. We have to see what the next steps are with what we're doing. The King of Air is very, very objective. Also, many feel that the King of Air can be very cold, okay? So, and I know that that's not necessarily a Pisces thing, especially with this Knight of Water, but it might mean that you need to harden your heart a little bit and really think things through. Intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice, remain objective and fair-minded, public speaking, communicate clearly, unemotional relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. All right, so here we go with that. So something really, it's kind of like, tread carefully. You might kind of want to, jump. You don't, it's kind of like a look before you leap scenario right now. Let's see what this card has. The Emperor, Archangel Michael. Michael is the warrior and warrior angel, archangel, very defensive, very, will go and protect. We have a number 4, which is leadership, organization, it's stability also. But it's also about whatever this is going on, there's also a time of preparation that's needed. There's a time of gathering your information. So not quite sure where we're at with this. Like I said, look before you leap. There is, there's energy of the, is very much think ahead. The Emperor basically is like, your plans. So logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation, accept a leadership role, structure, and discipline. So this is a very, all of these are very powerful energies, very much stand in your power, take your power. This is the one that's like, kind of like, I'm rushing into things here too. So I think you've got these two cards that are kind of, they're a little bit polar opposites of each other. And then the Emperor tells you to, hey, you've got to take charge of the situation, okay? Don't leave it up to other people. Okay, so let's go on to here. And again, too, we have this. Don't give up on love. Okay. And I would also say that's about don't give up on hope either. Okay, let's go on here, my Pisces. What crystal or energy would be good for Pisces? What crystal or energy would be good for Pisces? Here we go. Red jasper helps to nurture determination, relaxing, and tranquility. I do not think I have any red jasper. Well, that might be red jasper. Okay, so maybe I do have one little piece. Anyway, let's go on. What we know that Capricorn tells us to take a reality check, or the full moon in Capricorn. What other moon message for Pisces is there? What other moon message for Pisces? Step into your power. First quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. Like, this one said you need to stand up and take charge. Step into your power. Does it mean anything to you? Does it resonate? Let me know. Okay, comment and let me know. Okay, my Pisces, remember to watch that video. It might be named 777 Uranus in Gemini, full moon. Wow. Interesting stuff. I thought so. As also too, remember to do the, the clickety clacks wherever that may be. Keep me coming back. I appreciate you doing that. And as always, most important part, Always know, my Pisces, that you are loved. Stay shining. Be blessed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.